Yeah, you ain't gonna see them, okay? Stop looking for them, okay? Because when you zoom in on them, they're gonna put a shield up, and it's gonna create a hologram, and it's gonna bounce back, whatever you're putting there, dude. You know, so yeah, they're all connected. There is a mothership. There's that city, that planet. Wide, that planet-wide ship, that mothership. And yes, they send out scouts. I mean, I've seen them a million times, captured them a million times. Things just floating right on past me. Weird stuff like Merkaba type deal type things, just like tumbling almost. Okay, you're talking to somebody that has been in tune with the sky, ships, clouds, UFOs. I've watched the clouds in the sky every single day of my life, faithfully. So all I could do is just look out in front of me. Also look above me. And also, if I lived by the ocean, I'd probably look there first. Okay? And no, they will never admit it. No, they will never come clean about it because they're in bed with. Okay? And it's part of their national defense, whatever, because they could be 100 years in front of you in technology, and you'll never know. You'll never know. We never know. We don't know. And that's just how it is, man. Unfortunately, it's just how it is, man. It's how it's going to be, and continue to be. Now, I had spoken about this quite some time ago. If anybody's listening out there, I want you to know this, okay? First off, we're in a seed war. This is a seed war. There's all kind of beings here. You just got to know how to look, man, and what to look for, and you got to be in tune. You got to be in tune to your surroundings. And I've always been in tune with my surroundings. Sometimes I would just like to be ignorant, so I can't see what I see. I can't help what I see. I see it. It don't matter. It's been part of my life. So when I speak of Akhenaten and the thing with Antarctica, that's what began the transhumanism kick that I've been on, because it's a big thing. It's a big thing. And it goes way. Yeah, they could kill your batteries real quick too. Just shut them right off. They could shut them right off, dude. Anytime. One thing I'll never do, and I want you to know this. I'll never admit to serving a God that delights in death of dead animals and the smell of dead animals. That always bothered me. That always bothered me. And made me think, like, why would he be delighted in dead animals and the smell would, like, be a sweet savior? Till you find out the truth. And my brother told me, he said, these gods are created, first off. They're created. There's no competition. We're equal. And those that are higher gods, there's a hierarchy and a high council and the elders and the magi wisdom, things like that, and they will come. They will come if they're not already here. They will come. They came the last time. Yeah, nobody's leaving, Aaron. There's quite a bit of them at the bottom of the ocean. There's also the things in the sky too. Yeah, it's fake until you see it for real. You think it's fake because it is. Don't you understand? It is. The food that they feed off of is this is an unseen war. We're fighting unseen powers. Because if we were to see them, we wouldn't be too pleased. And there's obviously a serpent seed here. Okay, there's obviously a definite serpent seed here. Okay, and people just don't care to admit it. And whether that be however you want to consider reptilian. And understand, man, that they perpetrate this bullshit on us and make it seem like there aren't things up and down and around and there's fleets, there's motherships, there's different races. It's a pretty big universe here, man. And it's just teeming with life, man. It's what you gotta recognize, man. And yeah, this is nothing new, okay? Nothing new. And so actually coming back for the ascension. So at this ascension, during the ascension, whatever, and shift to 5D, and there are 9 ether beings here, 9 spiral ether beings that I'm getting my knowledge from. So like and the Ethereans and Centaurians and things like that. And yeah, yes, they communicate. I mean, do you really think? Hold on, if you really question what I'm saying to you, let me ask you a question. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? People say, "Oh, I come from God. I was created by God." Okay, so the Lord of all the earth, Enki, you're telling me, created you from blood and clay, and that's it? And most people say, I guess so. That's really all they got to say. But that's not true, okay? And they've kept you in the dark, man. My ancestors are speaking to me and always speak to me. And always have. And don't think Moses didn't know this either. Oh, Moses 100% definitely knew how minuscule he was compared to the infinite cosmos and universe. The cosmos is teeming with life. How could you possibly know something when you're not from there? You only know what happened whenever you were born. And that light beamed on and opened up your eyes, man. That's all you know. You don't even know when you were born. You can't remember it. You can't even remember what it was like to be born. You don't know how those eggs and, that sperm, grew and, into, what we now call a fetus and a womb and a baby. Through the mother. Now imagine the universe being birthed by a mother and given life through a black hole. I know this black lady named Sherry or Shirley. She's an old crackhead, and she used to say, hey, Michael, I used to work for NASA studying black holes. I said, what are you talking about, Shirley? You know, with her coochie. You know what I mean? I used to crack up because she meant like just her black coochie. You know, but that was her black hole, and it kind of makes sense when you think of creation and the sun being female and the whole universe really being female in a sense, like divine female and stuff like that, and just just very kind, gentle people, you know. But imagine the whole universe being birthed through a black hole. That is what we're inside of, in case you don't realize this. We're inside a black hole, okay? And, you know, God has his little rainbow, and stuff like that. But listen to me. The universe was birthed out of a black hole. The star Sirius, the dog star, also a portal, came right out of the black hole, oozing and pouring out life, and birthed the universe, man. And the goddess, man. That's where that started. And just like these gods and stuff like that. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that Yahweh had a wife, and and yeah, it all boils down to the goddess, man, and the two brothers. I was telling people years and years and years ago, two brothers will come, one red star, one blue star, one from the north, one from the south. The disagreeable and the agreeable, and all their flying padawans or ships. They look like stars, okay? They look like stars or orbs or, planets or whatever. These things are conscious. You understand that? Light is conscious. You understand that? One thing Einstein didn't attest to and recognize is that thoughts move faster than light. That's how fast your thoughts are. That's the truth. And another thing my brother taught me. And it's a busy place, and they got it all mapped out. Trust me, they got it all mapped. They know every race, everybody, where they're at, where they come from. It's not hard to find their signature and things. If you know what to look for, there's ways to understand this kind of stuff. But everything is thought or thought. Thoth, of course, Mingrashita, okay, was, of course, the man with the measuring rod in his hand. Also, there was a man, couple times the Bible mentions a man with a measuring stick in his hand, marking the temple, in Ezekiel, things like that. And that was the measuring man. That was the man who, gave the right judgment and measurement. And yeah, man, what else did I want to do? What else did I want to do? Yeah, we suffer a memory problem. Most people don't remember because they don't care to. They don't want to, they don't care to, they don't feel it's important. Let me tell you another secret. I'm giving you some knowledge here and jewels. What you do here determines what kind of life you'll be blessed with in the next one. It just works that way. Like I said, two tribes really go to war, two seeds go to war. It's more like the children. I'm not even down, completely with the children of Adam, but, because I don't believe in war. I'm not going to fight, or I don't believe in, the Most High wants me to be in a war at all. It's more so inhabiting this and building that up in a positive way and just using my creative force, man, for good and for just absolute good creativity. And whatever it may be, artwork, music, whatever, I promise I have the knowledge and the keys, man, and the talent to man, write music, sing songs, make music. And I'm musically inclined a little bit. And so I'm never gonna lack. I'm never gonna lack. God has blessed me in that matter. Put every single cell and thing inside of here. And it's just lying dormant, and it's just waiting to explode. Okay, it's just waiting to come out. You know, it was more so like using my creative force for good, and also poetry. You know, and just journaling and just knowledge, man, and sharing knowledge and teaching knowledge and things like that. Things that were never taught to me, man. I want to teach somebody else, man. I want to be used for the purpose of the Most High, man, for good. You know, and that's the truth, man. I want to yeah, I want to use it for good, man. I want to use my creative force because all the universe is music. It's octaves, it's tones, it's frequencies, it's sound, vibration, things like that, man. And it's all Otnism as well. So I don't think I said that I am probably if anything, a follower of Otnism, Hermeticism, and things like that. Really not. I have my quarrels about being a Christian and what that is, and I can't say that I am that. I believe in nature. That's what I believe God is nature. The Egyptians call it the Netaru, and it means beings of nature. Okay, and it's funny. I'm watching this UFO stuff. This guy James's channel, and he's talking about they're triangulating. Here's the thing. What you got to realize. There's also this theory that some of these drones that we're seeing are actually our technology, advanced technology. Here's the thing. But some of these other objects are clearly not. So it's very confusing. And there's also two sides of the story. They want you confused. That's the thing. And with this alien shit, they want you confused. Trust and believe they want you confused. They want you dumbed down and ignorant. And they really don't want you believing in it. Because if you did believe in it and know that it was true, well, that would in turn wipe out all religions on this earth. And that they can't afford that. They need you showing up on Sunday and donating, $5, $10, whatever, to the pastor, to your tithes, whatever. They need that. Trust and believe that. That's the only way that they stay in business, man. That's the only way. They're crooks. They're crooks, man, and not good people, man. Not good people. They forgot what things are supposed to be about. Knowledge, number one, is supposed to be free. It's not supposed to be hidden, charged, a fee, something. Where the thing is, these men have gotten away with this for so long because they have kept us under a spell, man. Kept us spellbound. I think through amnesia somehow. I'm not sure. I told you. They told me the consortium wiped my brain. That was kind of deep. I never even heard the word consortium before when he had said that. But he kind of stopped me in my tracks. So he was not trying to let me go forward or go. When he read my soul number and stuff like that, it was kind of he didn't let me go. He just looked at me and kind of held me up. Held me up, man. And this is the last time I'll share about the pyramids. So For those who don't know, the pyramids are wireless channeling stones, like wireless service channeling stones, free energy, quartz crystals, and the same thing that the same thing that powers like watches and stuff like that. Quartz crystal, it's the same thing. Pyramid, it's a resonator. It's a water generating electricity. That's what it is. That's why there's water down at the bottom. Once again, I took. He's talking about Antarctica. Dude, Antarctica is one of the biggest secrets there are. You will not, you won't find any kind of access beyond Antarctica. And, yeah, supposedly they're at war with, a Fourth Reich, whatever. Aliens, whatever. Whatever. Believe whatever you want, man. You know what I mean? It's not my job. And I just can tell you that, hey, it's disagreeable. Don't war with them. If they're warm, just... The question people don't ask is, well, why wouldn't God just kill the devil? You know what I mean? Why do we gotta go through suffering and stuff like that? Have you ever thought about that? Do you think a good God, a good loving God, which, I tend to believe that God's loving and good, and I sure hope so. Some people say, "Oh, it's a test. This is all a test." No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what happens whenever you combine symbols with a creative energy and a life force like the spoken word, along with resonators and kind of energy in motion, right? Energy in motion. Energy is always in motion. And with your imagination, your thoughts, you can create a lot of things. Your thoughts are the most powerful, though. Okay? And the mind is where we live and it's where everything is. Okay? And yes, if you can imagine it, believe it. And yeah. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yes. So it's the world in nature, the word in nature. And I pray each and every one of us, through temperance, through self-control, through the fruits of the Spirit, that we can overcome the wickedness of the evil ones. And to not only be prepared, but to also remember and to ask our ancestors from above for remembrance, to shine forth, to shine down, and for angels to minister and help us not dash our feet against stones. And to remember that all is in all, man, and it starts and ends and begins with nature and the mother. And yeah, man, don't be scared. Don't be scared if you see a flying scroll, zip past you. And I was trying to tell somebody about Father Crespi. You don't know who Father Crespi is, you should learn about him. A lot of truth I found, man. And just like you find, it's truth and lies, man. You'll find truth and lies. But he had found a bunch of gold and copper inscriptions. They kind of like were Sumerian, stuff like that. So, and he ran an orphanage. And that's where NASA and Neil Armstrong went to visit the cave down there and his orphanage to see what was going on. And that's when I figured out that space is really, it's not where they say it is. And the internet is not what you think it is. And this earth is big grid, man. A big grid, man. A big breeding ground. And big grid, man. Some things are too unbelievable, man. They just are. So, I hope you listen. I hope I made any sense. I mean, I probably didn't, but yeah, I'm just sharing knowledge with you guys. I don't know, man. I am like, yeah, that's another thing too. You think like aliens and stuff, or extraterrestrials, or advanced civilizations, higher intelligences. Do you not think they have the technology to blur something out on Google Earth 100 years in advance, dude, is our military? And where do you think they get their stuff from? Yeah, they hide something down at the bottom of the ocean that they got all gridded out, I think. And yeah, they know how to jump from pole to pole, easy. But at the same time, the spoken word wins in the end, in the courthouse of great words. And like a mirror, like the pyramids were once called. Did you know that the pyramids were once called a mirror? Okay. Think about that. It is it's not built by humans, I can tell you that. You better think about that. I told you, dude. Alulu built Puma Punku in one night using a supercomputer, and he was an Anunnaki. You know? And another thing, what happened to Walter's? How did Walter get that right arm of David? In Prometheus? How did Walter get that right arm of David's? Remember he had David's right arm? Or David took his? I don't know which one it was. And that's how they kind of cloned David? I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know why I'm saying it. I don't know. I'm just glad, I'm of an agreeable nature, and I don't need nobody to tell me because I know me. I know myself, and you ain't gonna tell me about me, okay? Old Michael, you ain't gonna say nothing about me. Okay, you ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna hurt my feelings either. You ain't gonna say nothing. Because I know me. I don't care who your pastor is. I don't care if you've seen President Trump out the other day. I don't care if you're, friends with the guy in the pulpit, front row, whatever. I don't care. I know me. I know me. And that's all I do is me. Because that's all I got is me. And that's all there is me. There's nobody else but me. And the illusion of other me's. Other me. So, I'm going to get off here, man. I'm just trying to put out videos, man, dropping knowledge, man, staying elevated, staying on a high vibration, man, and keeping the stuff fresh in my mind, man, because I wouldn't just get overloaded like this and downloaded this information, man. I know that this information is right, what I'm telling you. Who knows? I've been deceived before, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I know so. I told you. And the nose knows. How could you deny the fact of an alien presence here? It's depicted in all kind of artwork, shown in all kind of videos. Most people miss most of the videos. They don't show the real videos because they're too high up, too fast. They're too weaponized, man, too quick, man. They just come and go, boom, boom, gone. That's how quick they are. You won't even see them. It's like the Notre Dame fire. Yeah, the Notre Dame fire. I wonder what caused that. Trust me.
Look at that. What was that?
If they want to be seen, they'll be seen.
What's interesting is that there are many pilots.
They can show themselves anytime they want. They're always up there. Always up there, dog. Always. All I'm doing is here spitting to you the truth, man. You know?
Wouldn't it also be crazy if the U.S. responded by sending their own secret expedition to Antarctica during World War II, known as Operation High Jump? And wouldn't it also be crazy if back in 2018 a fitness app accidentally revealed secret underground bases deep within Antarctica?
Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The caps are gonna, listen, the caps are melting. That's probably why they're worried. I'm not sure. But they'll freeze up again too, trust me, when that pull ship happens. They might have secret caverns, underground tunnels, I told you. Whatever, places to park UFOs, ships. That don't impress me much. So, stay faithful, man. Stay faithful, man, to what you know is true, what you know is agreeable, man. And what you know to be, of the God mind. Not of the demon mind, the devil mind. That's the thing. We play this game between angels and demons. You really don't want to open up the demon side, man. You don't. Don't get you nowhere. It's a wacky world of Satan. He acts wacky. His world's wacky. That's how you know you're under satanic attack. When wacky, sick, sadistic, perverse, kind of messed up things are happening to you, and you can't understand why. But I guarantee you, if you take a good hard look, you'll figure out that, hey, I opened up the door. I let this dominate my thoughts and my mind. I didn't take these thoughts captive. I didn't practice what Jesus had taught me about, taking thoughts captive and every thought captive, so that it doesn't grow into, something more and basically turn into a dead tree, And that, that's not what you want, man. not what you want, man. It's not what's lasting. It's not what's everlasting or spiritual or love, man. You know, some of us were born, you know, to love and learn love and be in love and learn and just see it, man. See love, man. I haven't. Found love yet, man. I haven't found love. And I hope you do. If you haven't found it already, I hope you have wonderful children, have a wonderful wife, wonderful husband, whatever, whoever you are, wherever you are, if you ever hear this. And just know we were created in love, to love one another. In unity, too. A unity of community. And, yeah. Without the light that is God, you know, God is the light. Another thing before I end this. If you think about it, somebody told me today, they said, now a lamb gets slaughtered usually. Which is, you know, not in the New Testament, which is mentioned in Isaiah 66. You cannot slaughter an animal or kill an ox. We're not doing that no more. Why is that? Is Yahweh the dragon or what? Who knows? I don't know what kind of human being you know that, like, you know, loves the smell of a sacrificed animal or wants somebody that sacrificed their own son so they could eat him. That don't seem right. And it's another thing that don't seem right. I'll tell you what, whenever Jesus was on the cross and he was yelling out, what was it, Ali Sabachthani or something like that, which is, my Father, why have you forsaken me? I don't know, man. I wouldn't leave somebody hanging like that, you know. Thank God that, you know, the Anunnaki did what they did. And, you know, did what they did. Let's just say, did what they did, man, because I left it folded for you, you know, and I just can't, you didn't recognize me, man. You never saw me, you never, I was gardening. That's what I was doing, landscaping, gardening, whatever. This is supposed to be because if you look at the shadows on the mountains and the way the sun is, and that's where I'll leave the story for right now, man. I want to talk a whole lot more, but time is limited, right? We only have so much time. But just know this, man. I'm rooting for you. And if you need anything, you need prayer or anything, I could pray for you, man. I would love to. Anything you're going through, anything, man, at all. And I sure could use some prayer. I appreciate it, and I got nothing but love for you, man. And don't be fooled by it. Don't be fooled by nonsense tricks of the dragon. I told you, silly dragon tricks are for kids, man. I know the tricks of reptilians, and they're real. I know the tricks. I'm talking about parallel universe. Dude, I was already telling you about parallel universes. Listen to me. There's one universe going this way, straight like this. Then there's one universe going backwards, okay? And these are existing together. This is what they call, you know, the parallel universe. There's a universe with you going backwards, you know, in time. You heard it from me. Okay. You think I'm making stuff up? Yeah, please listen to me. Take care. Physics is wacky. Once you figure out quantum physics, listen, you won't ever have sanity left because nothing makes sense. It can't make sense, okay? It doesn't make any sense. It's wacky. And the laws of physics totally go out the window. Totally. And you'll learn that though. Hey, maybe you won't, man, but in time I think you will. And I pray that, all my knowledge, man, just gets, I've been talking about neutrinos too. And CERN in 2012, and then finding these ghost particles coming through the ice. Boom, 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 boom. These are rays. These are particles. These are particles. You understand what that means? They're forms of matter. Ghost particles. Maybe from a lost civilization down there. Who's flash frozen down there? I don't know. So, there you go. I'm out, man. I'm out.